All right, hello and welcome back to the three-digit World Cup. We're here for the semifinals in winners bracket between the United States and Germany. Seed 2 versus Seed 3 here in the winners semifinals. I'm Dio. I'm back here again, this time joined by Nev for the cast in this match. How's it going, man?
It's going just fine, other than the fact that we just had to watch Austria-Hungary drop out of the tournament. I was really hyped for that team to keep going as much as they could. They survived pretty long. But now we have United States versus Germany instead, a winners bracket match. Both really high-seeded teams, and teams with a lot of hype behind them going into this tournament as well.
I'm definitely excited for this one here. The United States going through a couple of early opponents. Austria-Hungary beating them 6-0, which is more impressive given the context of Austria-Hungary's run to the semifinals now. And, of course, beating the Philippines 6-1 last weekend. Germany beating out France 6-1 in the round of 16, and then Russia 6-2 in the quarterfinals. Man, Russia cannot catch a break with these Germany matchups in World Cup tournaments, can they?
Oh, man, I think
Just every time, man.
I had a quick glance at some statistics, and I'm looking at last round's statistics for these two teams, and well, would you look at that, the top two performing players of last stage are in this match. That's Tekito and Kriller. We'll be seeing those two going head-to-head on a lot of maps, I presume.
Yep. Kriller was also number 1 in round of 16, and Ethan Tricks was number 3 in round of 16. So, you know, these teams are good. That's why they're here. It just makes a lot of sense that you end up seeing Germany and the United States in the winners semifinals in this tournament. So, not too surprising to see these two match up against each other. Looks like we are going to get into the bans shortly. Probably first ban for the United States. With what Germany as a team tends to be strongest on, I feel like we may end up seeing maybe a couple of precision reading bans from the United States, something like the Nomad 5, maybe something like the Hard Rock 3 or Freemod 3. It does seem like those kinds of picks would be best for Germany. A couple of really good precision players, a couple of really good reading players on that team. That said, it's not like the United States can't compete on those sorts of maps either, right? Also has players like Boshiman and Ethan Tricks on the roster for the United States, so it's a bit tough to call exactly what these teams are going to want to ban and pick against each other because, well, they're both built to win, right? It's not like there's a lot lacking from either of these rosters.
In the head-to-heads, USA has Germany beat out on basically every single map that they have in the head-to-heads. Something that I'd probably expect Germany to maybe ban is something like the Hidden 2. We saw a really nice team score by the United States on that, whereas it was pretty much just Kriller for Germany.
It's going to be Nomad 5 Hidden 3 actually banned out by Germany in this case. So maybe a bit of the opposite concern there, that the players for the United States are going to be just that good at those maps. You do have players like Kriller who would be really, really solid on those picks for Germany. But, you know, looking at the rest of the roster, maybe the smartest move for them to ban out those sorts of picks, as a lot of the rest of this roster really prefers the Hard Rock, prefers the DT. And so I think it makes sense for Germany to ban out some of those kinds of picks against the United States roster that feels a little bit better on some of the low AR reading in particular in this match. Now waiting on the last ban for the United States. I mean, after the DT4, likely to be another one of those DT speed picks, but Could also be something like the free mod 4 if they're a little bit more concerned about the finger control in particular from Germany's side.
Yeah, exactly. With the DT4 being a lot more finger control. No, instead Hard Rock 2.
That also makes sense. That is a very, very finger control focused map. Tons of 1/8 triples, a couple of 1/6 quads in that map as well. And some of those 1/8 triples being standalone as well. Just a triple and then a slider afterwards with a 1/4 beat snap divisor between them. So it can be really tricky to deal with the finger control and keep accuracy in combo if you're not intentionally misplaying those patterns as a 1/6 quad.
And it is the United States' first pick.
And after the double Nomad 5 hidden 3-ban, free mod 3 seems pretty tempting, but they're going to go with the Nomad 2 instead. This one a custom map by Slice, Astral Quantization by DJ Grimoire. This is the gimmicky Floaim pick. Tons of really tricky stream shapes in this map. The stamina, not really an issue in this at all. It is only 185 BPM, but the Floaim in this is really, really tough. So gonna be looking at some of the potentially gimmick players on the side of the United States, potentially some of the stream players to come in for this. And that opens up a lot of potential people, right? Taquito, Ethan Trix, Boshiman, Flamesterror. I mean, even Pez and Caleb could come in for this. It's just a matter of, I think, comfort on both the stream BPM and the really weird flow aim in this map.
It could also be a case of allowing your... I mean, assume this is the problem here. You might have some players with some early nerves. This might be one for them to get a feel for how they're playing right now. We're seeing Tim Kakner, Serbia Trucker, and Flay on the side of Germany. All very competent stream players on their own, and I assume it's Pez, Flames, and Taquito for the side of United States.
Just needing a little lobby swap there for Taquito and Flay, yeah, before we get going into this map. And there we go, rosters locked in for both of these teams, and as I said, it's a little tough to predict the rosters for either of these teams on this map because it's such a weird map, right? And Germany, notably no Kriller on this map. Kriller usually in for the majority of picks for this German team, so that can be a little bit interesting to not see him on a pick like this that is a little bit more gimmicky, but I do think still makes sense with the players that they have in here. All of these players, as you said, very good flowing stream players for the side of Germany, so does still inspire confidence in the roster for Team Germany as we get into the very first map of the match between the United States and Germany.
Starting off, some slight back hiccups for the side of Germany, and even a miss from Flay. Everyone in the United States still holding those combos just fine. The Serbia Trucker with the better accuracy. Jesus, Tim is dropping a lot of accuracy here, which is not a good look for Germany. One of their better players for maps like this, I think. There goes Serbia Trucker's combo and Tim Kakner's. It's just Flay on a reverse choke recovery. Oh no, that was a Bancho. Nice. And double breaks for the side of United States. Taquito, only one left. And there goes Flay as well. So it is just Taquito left with any full combos. And as you speak, it's gone. No full combos anymore in this lobby, but nice lead for the United States. Just off of those accuracies. Better combos early on. Everyone kind of struggling for the side of Germany here. It's just Tim Kackner with combo, but that lower accuracy, and now the combo disappears. Not a whole lot of score to be gained anymore. It just seems like a just fine of an opener for the United States. Nobody really had to go crazy on this. It's just a better team performance overall. And just like that, United States starting off this match with a quite convincing first pick. Over 400,000 in the lead. A very decisive first pick, as the entire side of Germany kind of did struggle here. Flated end up having some okay combo, but accuracy is just overall better on the side of the United States. Just a clean opener, really.
Very solid pick for the United States there on that first map. And now Germany opening up pretty much instantly with the double time too, which, well, you look at the roster, I think it makes a lot of sense, right? Tim Kackner, Serbia Trucker, 120 Cell, all these players, very good DT stream players on the side of Germany. Even Kriller can play maps like this as well, so not like he's going to be having a lot of trouble with this either. I think should be a very good first pick for the German side. We'll see what the roster is going to be for them, because there's more than a few people who can play this on their side. As for the United States, I think there's probably 4 people that you're looking at to play this map. Taquito, Pez, Caleb, and Flamesterror for the United States to potentially play this map. Maybe Ethan Tricks, but I feel like the other 4 are more likely candidates for this map.
We did see Kriller show up for last round's DT2 for Germany. We'll wonder if he makes an appearance here.
Oh, and apparently, well, we may not be seeing Kriller this match. We'll see.
Yeah, I actually just went to look as well on his profile, and he's currently not online. Would be kind of tragic to miss out on your star player.
Yeah, and Kriller says he is somewhere in Germany drinking alcohol. So, good luck to him, I suppose. Have fun wherever you are. The rest of the team, though, I think that makes a ton of sense now. Why they banned out both of those low AR, Nomad, and Hidden picks.
Oh, yeah.
And why they are just insta-picking into the DT, because the rest of this roster really likes DT picks. So I think that makes a ton of sense now, and without Kriller, that adds an extra layer of context to this match that Germany, they're probably picking all of the mechanics maps in a row, right? And United States, I think they can stick with the gimmick picks and be reasonably confident that they can win them against this German squad without Kriller.
That is just unfortunately the case for Germany. But they do still have a lot of mechanics maps in the pool to try to play off of. But missing your star player, that's a huge hit. Huge hits early on. Tim Kackner, Serbia Trucker dropping their combos. And once again, behind on the accuracies. The entire United States squad doing really well here in the beginning. Play with any kind of combo, but once again, it's just the accuracy, really. It's giving a huge early lead for the side of United States. On their streams, not causing any issues for the US players. Everyone's still with combos. Wait, there goes Taquito and Flamesteer. Hold on. Suddenly an angle and Pez as well. It's just Flay.
And the longer Flay holds, the better for Germany. The score lead is starting to come back, but it's still 100K in favor of the United States. That break from Taquito is going to make it come even faster back toward Germany. Sorbia Trucker also on 500 combo now. And so Germany looking much better as the streams start up here. The finger control section at the start, not treating them so kindly, but these long streams in the middle of the map doing much better for the German squad. Tim Kackner on the recovery, Sorbia Trucker on the recovery, and the best combo on the United States from Flamestare, only able to match Tim Kackner from the German side. That said, the accuracy for the United States still giving them some kind of advantage in this map, but not nearly enough to offset the combo lead that Germany has right now.
Everyone on the side, there goes Sorbia Trucker. He was on a really nice recovery, but it's still Flay on that full combo doing a bulk of the work. Tim Kackner, really nice recovery to help. And the longer Flay holds, the better this is going to be. Taquito breaks. You have the two recoveries for the side of Flamesteer and Pez trying to slowly climb back up, but the score lead is going on the side of Germany. There goes Tim Kackner. It's starting to go slowly back, but no, Pez misses. And it's just Flames on a recovery for the side of United States with Flay broke, but it might have been too late.
It is definitely too late here at the end. Flamestare is going to close it out with a big combo for the US, but it's just not going to matter. 165K in favor of Germany. Flay with 955K on this DT2. A carry score to bring victory to the side of Germany for that map. Sorbia Trucker and Tim Kackner both outscoring Taquito, but both Pez and Flamestare outscoring Sorbia Trucker and Tim Kackner. So it really was on Flay there to get that pop-off score and secure victory for Germany. You know, if you score below 800K as Flay there, not going to win the point. So Germany really needed that kind of a pop-off performance from him, and he delivered.
Yeah, it was looking pretty scary early on, as you had 3 full combos for the side of United States, but Flay did pop off when it mattered for his team.
And now back to the United States, probably just going to be another one of these more gimmicky picks. The Nomad 3 comes to mind, the Hidden 2 comes to mind, the Freemod 3 and Freemod 4 come to mind, all as decent picks here for the US. I would say the Nomad 4, but honestly, the Nomad 4 I've seen go in very different ways than expected this weekend so far. Some teams, even if they are primarily good at mechanics, also happen to be really solid on this Nomad 4, so a little hesitant to say that that's a solid pick for any team that's trying to specialize in the sort of gimmick focus in this matchup. For the United States, though, I mean, with the Hard Rock 2 ban, feels a little odd that that's banned out, as the Freemod 4 really similar, but it is just going to be the Hidden 2 there. Super high spacing hidden flow aim picked by the United States.
Yeah, I'm very sure that Germany would really enjoy having Kriller for stuff like this, especially on the hidden. I think US are just looking to take advantage of the fact of that one key player missing for the side of Germany.
Well, I think if there's a mod to take advantage of it on, it's going to be the hidden mod in this tournament. Definitely not very many players on the German roster as comfortable with hidden as Kriller is, so definitely like this pick to take advantage of that missing member. Does look like we have Sorbia Trucker and 120 Cell in for Germany at the moment. Ethan Tricks and 80 Nuggets in for the United States, as Tim Kackner follows in line for the Germans now. Just waiting on one last player for the United States to hop in slot number 3 and get us started here. And yeah, you know, despite Germany having some other good hidden players as well, like 120 Cell, for example, is a pretty solid hidden player. I think the overall comfort between the United States and Germany on this map is definitely going to fall on the side of the U.S. Even just looking at the rosters we have in here right now, Ethan Tricks, 80 Nuggets, and yeah, there's Taquito as the last member for the U.S., another hidden preference player for them.
Yeah, probably going to be seeing Taquito a bunch all throughout, as he has in the past matches already. But yeah, Ethan Tricks, 80 Nuggets making an appearance in the match now. Also, what a funny nickname as well, 80 Nuggets.
Caleb, of course, famous for eating 80 McNuggets from McDonald's. That's his most well-known achievement, of course.
Crazy achievement.
One of these nicknames, man. All right. Well, you can see as we get into it exactly what this map is about. Mostly that high spacing Flowing, a couple of cut streams here and there as well. Taquito breaking just before Tim Kackner. So just a tree to combos. But the United States still in favor of those trades with the accuracy advantage working in their favor. 120 Cell on 94 right now. 97 for both Serbia Trucker and Tim Kackner. 99 for 80 Nuggets. 98, almost 99 for Taquito, and 97 for Ethan Tricks. But there goes both Serbia Trucker and 120 Cell. So all the full combos already gone for Germany. And the United States, well, they still got 2 of them of their own. Ethan Tricks and 80 Nuggets still on the double FC for the US. And with all those full combos being gone a quarter of the way into the map, it's going to create a pretty significant barrier to a comeback for Germany on this pick.
Yeah, 80 Nuggets, Ethan Tricks, they're just making this way too difficult for Germany with no real recoveries. Just Serbia Trucker on 300 combo. That is the biggest recovery you've got to work with against 2 FCs. It's a tall order. So is 80 Nuggets, and there goes Serbia Trucker. No recoveries for Germany anymore. Just looking like another very clean, solid pick for United States.
And not looking particularly close on this one. There goes 80 Nuggets finally. Caleb dropping the FC, but it's just not going to matter. Ethan Tricks is still on an FC, and even if you weren't, there's no combo on Germany, so it just doesn't matter. 450k in the bank for the US, and really not going anywhere anytime soon. I think the only way that Germany could come back here is if the roles completely switched for this last third of the map, and the United States just started chain missing all over the place, and Germany full comboed the entire rest of the map as a team. So, extremely unlikely, technically possible from here. But the next break from Germany, I think, completely seals it up, and yeah, not very likely here.
So long as Ethan Tricks just goes on with this full combo still, it's no chance for Germany. Yeah, just sitting and watching and waiting. What can Ethan Tricks do here? Everyone else finding breaks all around, but just Ethan, he's still holding you through these bigger streams and the wiggle streams. No jump is a problem for this guy. Is he like gonna 1v3 this?
Surely not, right? Surely we don't see 1v3 on a map in semifinals in winners bracket. I don't think his AC is good enough. Hot take, I don't think his AC is good enough to 1v3.
He hits the cuts as well. just
and
not
he dropped
good
below
enough.
97. GG. All right.
Almost 1v3ing.
Almost,
Jesus.
almost. If he had better AC, he could have 1v3'd on that. That's not quite the 1v3 potential for Ethan Tricks though. It is, however, 2v3, I believe, for 80 Nuggets and Taquito. So even just those two would have been enough to win the map for the United States. So very solid run for the US on that hidden 2. To be expected, I think, right, with Germany missing Kriller. And even if they had Kriller, it's not like they win that anyway, right? You could replace 120 cell with an FC and it still doesn't matter because the supporting scores for the US are just that much better than Germany's top 2 scores on that map. So just would not have mattered whether they had Kriller or not on that pick, turns out.
US had that in a bag. And we have Germany going for DT3. Keeping up with those DTs. Off the back of Fled, they did win the DT2. So, we'll see. I mean, this DT3, of course, very different than the DT2. Pretty much just focusing on those higher BPM bursts.
Yeah, it's another very straightforward pick, right? I think this pick also works out pretty well for Germany. But again, it's not like the US is bad at this, right? Flames Terror, 80 Nuggets, and probably Pez coming in for this one. If I had to guess, I'd be surprised at anyone besides Pez coming in for this on the side of the United States. Germany with Fle, and probably Tim Kakner and Serbia Trucker once again on this map. As well, 120 Cell is a good stream player. We already saw the DT2. Oh, no, there's 120 Cell actually in for Germany. So who knows? Maybe 4K is the way to go for 284 BPM. I don't know.
Maybe he's just about to go absolutely ham.
I don't know. And there's Taquito actually. Okay, Taquito replacing Caleb, which I think also is fine. But definitely you want to see Pez in for this map for the United States.
Are we not seeing Tim in?
I guess we're not seeing Tim in. We're seeing Flash, Serbia Trucker, and 120 Cell instead. Which, you know, kind of is fine, I think. Serbia Trucker also a very good speed player. 120 Cell also a very good speed player. More well-known nowadays, but 120 Cell plays with 4 keys using ring, middle, index, and thumb in that order. Which the finger control requirement for that, full alt with 4 players, or with 4 fingers.
Absolutely
a little bit crazy.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
But once you get the hang of it, I mean, that doubles your BPM range, no? Let's play some 400 BPM streams.
This guy's almost playing like Guitar Hero or something. I don't know how he's tapping exactly.
It's some kind of keyboard driver software or similar that lets you bind keys to mouse 1 and mouse 2. And you can see there, goes from mouse 2 up to K1 in order to tap, in that order.
That looks so crazy, just look from his POV.
It's definitely an interesting style, definitely a very different style. Ooh, early break from Fled is matched by Taquito on this map as we get into the rest of it here. Pez finding another break on the long burst there. 120 Cell dropping some accuracy, but holding on to the combo on that longer burst. And now it's just Flames Terror versus the 2 FCs from 120 Cell and Serbia Trucker, but the accuracy keeping things on the side of the United States for now. Slightly lower accuracy on Flat and 120 Cell than on Pez and Taquito. And of course, Flames Terror actually dropping the accuracy down from 99 to 97 does give the AC lead just a little bit over to Germany there for the full combo on Serbia Trucker, and now the score lead in their favor as well.
Yeah, only Flames tier with a full combo for the United States. They have good recoveries. But Germany in a pretty good early lead here. 120 Cell dropping a few 100s, but holding onto that combo, which is very crucial that he holds onto it as much as he can. Serbia Trucker, highest accuracy for the Germany side as well. You'd hope both of these players to do as much work as they can. Germany have the US on their tail, and there goes Flames Steer's full combo traded by 120 Cell.
That miss aim from 120 Cell is rough to watch. Just barely slider breaks there. But it's still the full combo for Serbia Trucker and the recovery combo for Fleb, matching Taquito and Pez here for Germany. The 100k score lead still in their favor, even with those misses for 120 Cell. It's still going to stay in their favor during this last sliver of map, so long as they're able to hold on just a little bit longer. This buffer should be enough to secure another point on speed for Germany. 120 Cell going to find yet another drop on the aim and actually bottom score the lobby, but just not going to matter because Serbia Trucker and Fle have got his back here. The FC completed for Serbia Trucker and Fle on the reverse choke, closing it out nicely, almost 900k for him.
Yeah, Flamesteer suffering a miss just before the break, and that was his only miss as well. So Flames could have very well just turned this around for the United States. Unfortunately, not able to do so, and Flay on a really nice. I believe that was a reverse choke basically for Flay as well.
Yeah, exactly. And a couple of sad breaks there. Miss on air for Flamesteer, just missed one note and could have otherwise FC. Did not find a single other slider break throughout the entire rest of the map. So it could have turned out very differently if not for that one miss from Flamesteer. So a little bit tenuous the lead on that one. Only about 100k and could have easily gone the way of the United States there if Flamesteer had held on just a bit longer. Same goes for Germany though, of course. Fled with the reverse choke means, of course, if he didn't find that reverse choke, could have been a double FC for Germany instead of just the one on Runny Sunny. And now we go back to the United States, where Hidden 1, Nomad 3. All right, that also makes sense. Again, just going for the relatively gimmicky stuff. The Hidden 2 being last pick definitely opened up the Hidden 1 as a possibility for the United States, despite it being straightforward. But I think the Nomad 3 also makes a lot of sense here. It's the alt map in Nomad. It's a pretty standard snap aim alt pick here in the Nomad pool.
Yeah, relatively chill beginning to this map up until like 400 combo, and then the map just pushes the gas pedal to the metal and doesn't let go, and it gets pretty demon like as we near the end to the map. Quite a demon part, which if a single player holds through will be just a clip on its own.
It looks like Germany having a little bit of trouble deciding the roster on this one. If I had to guess, probably Flay, Tim Kakner, and Serbia Trucker. Maybe we see Semi come in for this one, Burn Costel. But I think likely to be those first three instead. Ethan Trix, Pez, and Boshiman, Caleb, potentially. Taquito, maybe, in for this map for the United States. Honestly, there's a lot of people who could play this for the US. I feel like the whole roster is serviceable on this. Even Flamesteer is a pretty good alt player as well. So wouldn't surprise me to see anybody hop in here for the United States. And I think that's an underrated part of why some rosters are really, really strong, right? When you talk about roster depth, it's not just about, okay, do we have a 3-person lineup for every single map? But do we have multiple people on top of that who could also go in, right? So that if the style of a certain pick doesn't really favor one player from week to week, there's always somebody there to replace them who you know is still going to be good at that skill set in general. And the United States on some of these picks definitely has that sort of extra roster depth that really separates good teams from extremely strong teams. And I think the United States looking to be extremely strong on this kind of map.
All right, getting into the Nomad 3. Like I said, relatively chill beginning, but it's still not free by no means. Alright, no early breaks. Everyone holding on, but like, actually no, it's not really a crazy ACK advantage for the side of United States. It's only just really Flay with lower accuracy on the Germany side, and Flay drops his combo here as well.
So first combo drop for either team there from Flay. And as you said, accuracy on the rest of the lobby looking pretty good here. Runny Sunny and Tim Kackner both with high 99 AC. Same goes for Taquito on the SS and Pez at 99.5, and there goes the SS. Mission accomplished. As Ethan Trix also holding an FC for the United States, so three-way FC still going strong for them. It's only 2 for Germany, but 2 FCs is still enough to win a map in a lot of cases, so I think it'll depend less on these early breaks from Flay and more on exactly how well the rest of the map goes for both of these teams, as both rosters looking pretty comfortable through this first KI time.
Actually, a lot of combos surviving throughout the first chorus. And 2 on the side of Germany, those are key if they do want to still steal this. But United States with 3 still full combos as we get into one of the more difficult parts in the map here. We'll see how much they can hold on to. And Serbia Truckers, the first one to get caught. And a slightly surprising alt pattern there. And no breaks for the United States. They are breezing with this one.
Yeah, and this score lead. Oh, and there goes Tim Kackner as well. Now it's just Flay holding on a combo during this bridge section, which is obscenely difficult. There goes Taquito and Pez. It is Flay still holding, but Ethan Trix is matching, and there goes Flay, and Ethan Trix holds through that section. The only player to hold on to the full combo. Act be damned, down at 97, but just doesn't really matter, and actually has higher accuracy than anyone on Germany at the moment, so can't even comment on the Act, really. Ethan Trix just doing God's work for the United States right now, holding on to the only FC in the lobby, and making it work here for the US on this pick. I don't think he'll top score the map on the weekend. I believe Nathan Ram already clutched out the FC for the Philippines earlier on in the weekend during the first match of the weekend with slightly higher AC, but this is going to be up there on the leaderboards for this map as a lot of players get caught off by that bridge section. And you can probably see why. It's just really, really hard to get through that with combo intact.
Yeah, we were actually not far from a possible 3-way from the US either. It's just Taquito and Pez who broke on that really one incredibly difficult part. And Ethan Trix, another FC for him. This man's on fire right now.
Well, very solid run for Ethan Trix. Solid run for the United States as well. Getting a 3rd point on the board. And Germany, now their turn to fire back. Nev, thoughts on DT1? Like, let's just keep it in the DT pool and just pick another speed map.
I mean...
oh, free mod one. Okay, that's actually also speed. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe free mod 1 first, and maybe then they're looking into some different kinds of mechanic picks. But yeah, free mod 1 still in the realm of speed. $270 BPM, I believe. Yeah, yes it was.
Yes. Yeah.
And we don't look at the star rating.
Yeah, this is Sanch KK's diff on Decor's set, and well, it's just 270 BPM bursts. That's pretty much the map. It's CS3 270 BPM bursts with a little bit of chill aim. Not much aim required for this map. It's all the speed.
Toughest aim requirement for the Hard Rock players.
Yeah, still not going to be too much of one, I don't think. It is CS3 after all, so doesn't make it too much more difficult in terms of the circle size for aim on this map. Winning on the rosters for both of these teams, I think pretty likely to be Flay 120 Cell and either Runny Sunny or Tim Kackner once again. Any of those 4 players I think could go in for this for Germany. we're going to be seeing a lot of those 4 players because at this point, with Kriller missing and us not having seen Burn Castell yet in this match, likely to just be these 4 for Germany for most of the rest of these picks. As for the United States, Flamester, Pez, and Caleb? Taquito? Probably one of those 2 coming in for the last slot for the US here.
Yeah, for the case of Semi, I think we would see Semi on stuff like the low AR reading maps, but
yes,
as Germany banned those out, probably not going to be seeing him unless he feels like up for the free mod 3 perhaps, if that gets picked later on.
Oh, apparently his internet went out an hour ago, so we will not be seeing him either. It really do be like that sometimes, don't it? Like when
Germany,
one thing goes wrong, many things go wrong. When it rains, it pours. That's the expression in English we have for that. When it rains, it pours. Kriller out drinking and Semi's internet gone. God damn, Germany.
Very fitting for this match, that one. Getting into the free mod 1 now. We have Serbia Trucker in the lobby, so no Tim for this. And Serbia, double hard rock for the side of Germany, probably relying on, or more comfortable on, that hard rock for this map, and maybe not huge fans of the CS3 on Nomad, which only Pez will be on the Nomad.
Map opens up with a lot of 1/3 streams. You might think, oh, those aren't too bad, right? Well,
yeah, no.
Actually, they are, I think, 212 or 213 BPM, the 1/3 streams, because this is 270. And, well, now we get some 270 here. Double hard rock for Germany, as you said, is a little odd. But I guess just not wanting to deal with the Nomad density on this for CS3. Nomad for Pez is going to be helping out potentially with either the accuracy or the aim. It is only OD 9.3, so not super high OD. And there goes another break for Serbia Trucker on the hard rock, so working out well so far for the United States here. Taquito with the better recovery combo than Serbia Trucker on the modded plays.
And Serbia's tanked a lot of combo now with another break. He's not going to be looking at the highest of scores on this run. So if you're Germany, you're hoping for a break from the higher combos from the side of US to even out the playing field a bit.
Gonna have to be one of those FCs dropping for the United States if they want to win this one on the side of Germany. 120 Cell and Fled doing their jobs on the hard rock and hidden there, or hidden and hard rock, excuse me. As the full combos are still intact, but the accuracy for the US is just so good on this. 97 minimum for all of their members. 96 max for Germany on 120 Cell with the hidden. 98 for both Pez and Flamester on those FCs. And Taquito at this point, this recovery combo is just massive. It's only a 100k score lead though, because we are not even halfway through the map and 1700 combo in. So these small combo leads don't amount to much for the United States so far, even though 500 combo lead feels like a lot. It's not really all that much in the context of this map, because this is like a 3,000 combo map or so. I think more than that, actually.
Yeah, it's above 3,000 combo. Flamester, there's one of those big combos going down for the side of the United States. Suddenly, slightly in the favor of Germany. But because of those lower accuracies, you're going to have to hold on to those combos, and that's a must. Your score is not going to be scaling up otherwise. Finding another break. Taquito on a recovery, and Pez full combo gone as well. Suddenly it's looking really good for Germany here.
Both FCs dropping in short order for the US, and Serbia Trucker still holding on to the recovery. Flet and 120 Cell still holding on to the FCs. There goes Serbia Trucker, but the two FCs are still going strong. It is Taquito to hold on the hidden for the United States on this reverse choke, which at this point I think we can call it that. Only behind by less than 400 combo from an FC. and 2500 combo into the map. Taquito reverse choking this, but 120 Cell and Flesh still holding the double FC. We've got about 1,000 combo left to go in this map, so still quite a ways to the finish line. But we're 3/4 of the way in, and there goes Taquito, and there goes the point for Germany. They are easily going to bring this over the finish line and take the point home with this double FC still intact for 120 Cell and Play.
Speed mechanics working out for Germany. They might be missing Kriller, but they still got a plan. We're looking at 120 Cell and Flay both still holding on. And both of them finished with FCs.
Pretty nice to finish this out with some full combos here. There's only 12 modded FCs on this map total in the leaderboard. So finishing this out with a full combo would be really nice for both Flay and 120 Cell. And here we are coming up on the ending. There it is, double FC for Germany. Hard Rock and Hidden. That is actually the first hidden-only FC on the map for 120 Cell there. Would be about number 9 on the leaderboard for him. And same goes for Flay. Both of them would be pretty much tied on the leaderboard at somewhere around number 9 or number 10 on the leaderboard for both of them. But yeah, very impressive scores for both of them. 13th Hard Rock FC or Hidden Hard Rock FC for Flay, and first ever hidden only FC for 120 Cell.
Has had some really nice accuracy for the side of US. But without the full combo, Germany just runs away with that one. But now they're out of they are out of speed maps now. What can they possibly look for now? You did mention that DT1.
Free mod 2 also. Free mod 2 is basically just a no mod 2, right?
Oh yeah, it's
that's
like a stamina map. Kinda.
Yeah, it's like 195. It's not for a lot of players. That's not stamina at this star rating and in this tournament, but it's definitely still a tapping map, right? It's still streams.
Yeah, maybe there's an angle with that free mod 2. But the US's next pick. We're 3-3 right now. It's basically a best of 7 at this point. They're going for no mod 4.
And I will make a small correction. Apparently, Shedis also FC'd free mod 1 with Hidden, so second ever Hidden full combo. But I think it's very cool that we see 2 Hidden full combos on that map done in tournaments when there are none on the leaderboard. So very cool. Wasn't watching the Poland match, and well, we don't have stats out yet for the weekend, of course, so no way of knowing without checking all of the MP links. Just wasn't there for it. This No Mod 4, though, as you said, picked for the United States. It's the tech map in No Mod, but a lot of teams I've seen on this struggle if they are usually the gimmick team. Whereas mechanics teams have had a pretty decent time with this map throughout the weekend. That said, the United States is not just a gimmick team, right? We have seen them put up some pretty good scores on these mechanics maps that Germany has been picking, right? We know that this team has lots of players who are capable on this sort of a map. So despite this maybe feeling a little mixed in terms of what it tests, I think it's still a solid pick for the United States because they feel in this specific match like the more well-rounded team, which is what I think this map is really looking for from players.
Expecting to see Tim Kackner stay in the lobby for Germany for this. And this kind of map especially is where it really hurts to miss out on having Kriller. You'd really hope to have him for this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not having Kriller on this definitely decreases Germany's chances of a win. I think at this point you're just looking at Tim Kackner. Yeah, Tim Kackner, Serbia, Trucker, and Flay to come in for this one for Germany. One more member for the United States, probably Taquito, and there he is.
Taquito's been in for every map so far. It's gonna be... They've been a key player for the United States these last couple 3 WCs, playing a majority of the maps for them.
All right, and now going into the Nomad 4 here, roster's locked in. A couple of things to note about this map. In addition to being very long, right, it's 4 minutes, there's a pretty decently long intro in this map that can give a lot of free combo over. And the middle of this map is really where a decent chunk of the difficulty is, between about a quarter of the way in and 3/4 of the way in. The last drop in this map is surprisingly simple. It's a lot of aim, a little bit of finger control, and a lot of slider jumps and a couple of streams here and there. It does start to get a little harder further into the drop, but the initial drop feels very simple in comparison to some of the drops in the middle of the map, where you have a lot more slider shape complexity and other things going on, higher spacing. So first miss should be very impactful from both teams. Last miss is very impactful from both teams in this map, and you're going to expect most of the misses in the middle half of this map, not in the first or last quarter. So these early misses for Tim Kackner and Serbia Trucker, I think, should actually matter in this map.
Yeah, these can actually carry quite a lot of weight for US. Already seen 2 key players break for the side of Germany. Let's just play with any kind of combo left. And meanwhile, every player on United States still chilling through these early tech sections. So we're slowly getting into more difficult tech sections with the US firmly in the lead, and there goes Fleb. No full combos for the Germany anymore. No US player getting surprised by that quick reverse slider. There was another one, I believe. Yeah, no one getting caught by that either.
Nev, I fear it may already be over.
Yeah, that's exactly what it seems like.
They're not getting caught by anything. Maybe Jover. It is Jover for Germany on this pick. They are not winning this one. There is a slider break to come out of 80 nuggets on the side of the United States, but Taquito and Pez are still holding full combos. They're already up by 400,000 score halfway in, and with 2 FCs left on the board, this is brutal from the United States. I don't even think Kriller is saving this one. Let's put it that way. I don't think it mattered that they don't have Kriller for this again. There goes Taquito. Does find a drop on one of those fast sliders here. We'll see what the score difference ends up being by the end of the map. But this may be another one of those picks where even if they had Kriller, it wouldn't have mattered. Where even if you replaced the bottom score with an FC, it just would not have mattered.
Maybe his aura could have been enough to turn the tide, cause some earlier
intimidation
breaks.
Factor.
Exactly.
Another break comes through for Taquito. It is matched by Flay on the side of Germany. Serbia Trucker will find a slider break right before the last drop here. There's these relatively simple patterns. Still quite a lot of aim involved in these, though. It's not like they're super easy. As we get into the next high-spacing decel stream, a little bit more complexity gets reintroduced during this section as well. But Pez still going strong on the full combo. There's finally a slider break for Pez. Not going to finish out the FC, but I mean, the damage is done. It's a 700,000 score advantage for the United States. 720k actually, as we see more combo coming through for 80 nuggets and Taquito here at the end of the map. And yeah, with a 750k advantage for the United States and a bottom score of 300k for Germany, even if you replace the bottom score on Germany with an FC from Kriller, with a double S from
with
Kriller,
an SS,
it would not have mattered.
Wouldn't be enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like yet another really clean, calculated pick by the United States, taking advantage of Germany's weaknesses.
Yeah, I feel like that should provide some solace, at least for this German roster, right? Even if you did have your star tech player and star hidden player, the hidden 2 and the Nomad 4 just wouldn't have changed the result whatsoever. So it does, I feel like, make it at least a little bit better for their team that, you know, this match, the outcome of these picks probably would not have changed, even if they had Kriller for some of these. Maybe the Nomad 2 would have changed, maybe the Nomad 3, but really hard to tell on those as well. And, you know, you're talking FC all of those maps, not just do well. So, very tough to tell exactly what the outcome would have been, what the change would have been on those sorts of maps.
Difference.
The aura difference, what that would have brought. Couple of good picks left for Germany, I think, at this point. Hard Rock 1 still exists, DT1 still exists, Fremod 2 still exists, Nomad 1 potentially, also a decent pick for them. I think just keeping it with the basic mechanics picks, though, feels right for this German roster, given that, well, that's what they've picked so far, and that's the only thing they've won so far, right? No breakpoints on any of the gimmicky stuff picked by the United States. So you want to keep it straightforward, keep it simple, stupid, and pick some mechanics.
If there's something especially positive for the side of Germany, they haven't conceded breakpoints yet. But those have been all on speed and finger control kind of maps, which you're kind of running out of now.
So where do you go next for Germany? With no speed left in the pool, they have to make a decision, right? Do you go into the stream map or do you go into something aim focused? And that, I think, is really the first major decision that Germany has to make in this match, is which of those feels better. If I were Germany, I feel like I go into the aim, actually. And yeah, there's DT1. And the reason I say go into the aim is because Fremod 2 opens up nothing in the rest of the match. You have to win some aim at some point during this match if you want to take this to a victory. And so let's just get it over with and at least start off with something still in the DT pool, still high AR, still high BPM, but also an aim map. The DT1 here, it's just an anime DT1, man. There's not a lot going on here. It's anime DT1 aim with a little bit of burst. AR 10.5, Bodhi 10.3.
Yeah, gonna be expecting some really high scores for both sides on this. Pretty sure this kind of map is something where almost everyone on the United States could even like just come in, hop in, whoever feels like it. For the side of Germany, surely it's just that same roster that's been winning them maps so far. Although could probably see Tim in this time.
Alright, waiting on the rosters here. I mean, we're pretty decided for Germany, I feel like. 120 Cell and either Tim Kackner or Flet or Serbia Trucker. United States, Pez Taquito and Flamester? Caleb?
Flames is in
some
the
combination
lobby,
of those four.
Probably him.
Surely.
No 120 Cell. It is Play, Serbia Trucker, and Tim for the side of Germany versus Pez, Taquito, and Flames, Tier.
Alright, good luck, have funds are out. Let's see if the swap to aim can preserve the game state we've had so far. Both teams just trading the breakpoints back and forth, or whether United States can take one of these mechanics picks against Germany on the DT1. If United States takes this, I think it really severely limits the potential options for Germany going into the rest of the match, because Nomad 1, Hard Rock 1 are some of the last mechanics maps remaining. I think it really only leaves open the Fremod 2, and that's also not a guaranteed point, right? Not a speed map, just a stream map at 195, so it's a little bit dicey if Germany loses this pick. I think this is a very important turning point for this match, depending on the result here.
This might very well end up being a turning point. Did see an early break from Flev. It is an early break traded by Flamesteer. Now Slight advantage, Germany. Never mind, there goes Tim. That's one of your full combos gone. Taquito and Pez still on full combos. Taquito slightly lower accuracy, but holding on to that combo just fine.
And actually score lead still with Germany off the accuracy, and there goes Taquito, who was really struggling on the AC, and now without the combo game to back it up, that score is going to be severely limited for Taquito. That miss halfway through is pretty rough on the timing as well, whereas Serbia Trucker and Filet, Serbia Trucker on the FC, Filet on the reverse choke, both looking good with decent accuracy here for both of them. High 96, low 97. Pez on the 98% FC does have the best AC FC in the lobby, but it's not going to be enough with another miss to come through for Taquito, and just Flames Tear to back up Pez with a little bit of supporting combo, but even that is almost matched by Tim Kackner, and the scores are very similar for those two as well. So Germany ahead by 200k just off the team consistency on this DT1.
Yeah, because of Taquito not being able to combo game, their score is very gapped now. And there goes Pez's full combo, traded by Tim, but that Tim's not a full combo. And Germany, they're still in this, still not conceding a break point. What doors does this open for Germany now in terms of picks? You did win the speed, now you picked into a DT aim pick. Is there perhaps an avenue on some other aim picks now?
You have to hope for that for Germany here. If you're rooting for a close match or you're rooting for the Germans to win, you have to hope for some of those aim picks to be opened up now by the DT1. And not going to be a major turning point, that DT1. Just going to keep things even and keep the trade going back and forth. Mechanics for gimmick, one after the other. United States, I think, still has enough relatively gimmicky maps left in the pool to be comfortable here. Hard Rock 3, Fremod 3, Fremod 4, all decent picks, I think. Hidden 1 as well, without without Kriller, I think a decent option for the United States, despite being relatively straightforward, because it is that higher density hidden at AR 9.2. Does feel like still a good option for them as well, but namely the Fremod 3, the Fremod 4, I think are the best options for the United States remaining in this pool. And as for Germany, it's the Hard Rock 1, the Nomad 1, the Fremod 2 in no particular order. I feel like all pretty good options for them left. 2 picks left per team, and 3 or 4 solid picks left for either of these rosters as well. So, a couple of meaningful decisions to be made for both of these teams.
Yeah, no breakpoints for either side. They have both just won their own picks. Although United States has maybe had some slightly higher score gaps with their team scores. They're going with Hidden 1. The final hidden pick that was left.
Which I think does make sense. Again, talked about it in the previous match between Austria-Hungary and the UK. Talked about it here as well. But this map is very dense on the approach rate. AR 9.2, 190 BPM, and 7 stars. So the mechanics on this map, yeah, they're still difficult. They're still above 7 stars, but a lot of that is made more difficult by the density on the map here with Hidden. The object density on this is relatively high, as this is a pretty streamy mechanics-focused map with just a lot of flow aim streams and a lot of slightly awkward aim patterns in this map. It's not necessarily even an awkward aim test. It's really just kind of a density aim and stream check with this Hidden 1. So it's all about the hidden comfort, right? If you are very comfortable on high density hidden mechanics, you're going to be very comfortable on this as well, because a lot of the patterns aren't really awkward in this map. But if you do struggle with that higher density, or you struggle with Hidden as a mod in general, you're just not used to it all that much, then that's when you can start to have a lot of issues with chain missing some of the streams, misaiming a lot of the jumps, etc., etc. So it's going to come down to just overall mod comfort, and I definitely prefer the USA's hidden roster for that overall hidden mod comfort. Ethan Tricks, 80 Nuggets, and Taquito, very, very good hidden players, all three of them. 120 Cell is a solid hidden player, and Tim Kackner and Serbia Trucker are definitely not bad at hidden, but the comfort level overall is higher for the United States on this mod. And I think that's really what this map is a check on.
Yeah, with the way Ethan Tricks has performed on the maps that he has been in so far, he's looking quite scary. Can they keep it going? They're 2 for 2 right now with the FCs.
Okay, into the map we go here. Again, this late into the match, any breakpoint would be really devastating. Would give the other team the opportunity to get up to match point if you give over a breakpoint this late in.
Yeah, breakpoint at this point could really shift the momentum entirely and just give your opponent the win outright.
Especially as we've seen 0 breakpoints so far, so you have to expect the remaining picks are still pretty good for either of these teams, and it looks like this one is pretty good for the United States so far as well. Tim Kackner and 120 Cell both finding some early breaks here. Serbia Trucker, the only FC remaining for Germany already, as another break comes through for 120 Cell. No breaks so far for the United States, and there goes Serbia Trucker, and yeah, Nev, man, United States hidden roster.
Man, it's the same thing on these United States picks. They're just so dominant on their own picks. It is Tim Kackner on a recovery, but against what? 3 FCs. Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yes, okay, you can recover some combo and get back a bit of score, but how much does it really matter when your opponents are still on a 3-way FC? It just feels a little pointless, unfortunately, for Germany here. Another couple of breaks come through for 120 Cell also. And the United States is 450,000 score ahead halfway into the map. It's not that bad, right? They could all just stop playing.
This is how Germany can still win Hidden 1. We're gonna need magic.
Hidden 1. Magic, the United States all stopped playing. Their tablets disconnect, their keyboards disconnect, their monitors turn off. No DCs from the lobby, but all their hardware disconnects. That's how they can still win.
But instead we are just looking at a 3-way that is still going on for the side of US. And they've already seen this in a prior break. They're just chilling. There's no competition on the other side.
I think Serbia Trucker saw the score line at the break there. Writing out the German bruh, really. Which, yeah, understandable. It is more than double score for the United States right now. They might be able to get the triple score if Germany stays just below 1 mil team score and they get the 3-way FC, but not going to happen there. Break from Taquito right at the end. The 99 AC FC will not come to pass for Taquito, nor will the 98% FC for 80 Nuggets. Breaks right at the end as Ethan Tricks, once again, the only player to have FC'd a map for either team in this for the United States in this lobby. Germany did have a couple FCs, of course, on the free mod 1, but the only United States player to FC a map the entire match does it once again. Ethan Tricks, 3rd in a row.
Yeah, this guy's crazy consistency right now. 3 for 3 for the maps that he's been in. He's FC'd. It's crazy.
Ethan Tricks last year for the United States OWC team did not end up getting on the team. I think partially due to concerns about accuracy on a lot of the maps that he was playing. Well, who needs Zach when you can just FC everything, right? doesn't really matter if you drop accuracy when you're FCing, especially
Who
in
cares when you get
semifinals weekend.
FC? Who cares?
Yeah.
Just FC.
Who cares, man? And well, least surprising pick once again. Germany picking the Nomad 1. Can't say I'm surprised by these picks at this point. It's just Germany picking mechanics. It's just United States picking gimmick, right? Oh boy, what will they pick next? I wonder. There's only 3 maps left for either team, so rather predictable pick strategy for both of these rosters. Though I can't say I disagree with them either. It's been working for both teams, and Germany, they absolutely need to make this one work as well. If this one goes over as a break point for the United States, they'd be at match point 6-4 with a couple of other really solid picks remaining on the board for them. So Germany absolutely needing yet another solid pick to go through on the Nomad 1 here. It's all aim on this map. 7.66 stars, 218 BPM. It's a pretty well-known tournament pick. It was the Corsace Open Grand Finals Nomad 1 in 2020. How far we've come since then, that it's in 3-digit World Cup semifinals this year. It's mostly aim, but there are a few streams near the end made pretty trivial by Wooting. Shout out to our sponsor Wooting once again. As players have gotten good enough at speed that honestly, those streams just don't matter anymore for most players.
No, they're just a couple streams in between jumps. Nothing special anymore. Seeing the rosters hopping in. Germany, it's Fle, Tim Kackner, Serbia Trucker, who came off the win on that DT1. Same aim roster. It's gonna be facing Taquito, Pez, and Flames. I believe that's the same roster they had for DT1 as well. Early on, shouldn't be seeing much issues for any players. We're not on any crazy jumps, not just yet.
Still early days for both of these rosters, as we're still not quite at that first KI time. And neither team with any meaningful breaks or accuracy drops so far, just ever so slightly in favor in Germany on the accuracy department. But again, just a 3,000 score lead right now. It's not going to be much for either of these teams at the moment. Continue holding through the first KI time, a quarter of the way in. And nobody breaking during the first PI time whatsoever. No drops for either team. So 6-way full combo still intact in the lobby out of the first PI time as we finally finish up with everything. And there's the second verse now.
Gonna be getting into slightly bigger jumps very soon. Gonna expect everyone to hold on still for just a bit. And then we might end up seeing some of our first breaks in this map. Some consecutive jumps, no misses yet. Everyone's still holding on. Serbia Trucker, the first one to break, traded by Taquito immediately. 2 for 2 in the FCs for both sides. So no advantage just yet for either side. And low flare breaks. It's a huge break.
That is big, yeah. That is a huge break. Tim Kackner now the only FC left for Germany. It's Pez and Flamestare holding the double FC for the United States, holding down the fort over there as Taquito finds another drop, but it's just not going to matter. Those 2 FCs for the US doing the work here to keep the score on their side. Flamestare misses on those, like, the delayed jumps there. And now it's just Pez versus Tim Kackner. 1 FC to 1 on both teams. Slight combo lead for Germany. They're going to start to take back the score lead very slowly. but it's all down to these two FCs. If either of them breaks, that can instantly be the map. So Tim Kackner for Germany has to hold here to secure this point, to secure a potential future in this match in the winner's bracket, and that double break from Germany is not going to help. Flet and Serbia Trucker both breaking, and it might just all come down to whether or not Pez breaks, but there goes Tim Kackner, and that's the map. Now, the United States in full control with Pez hitting the diff spike, holding onto the FC, and making it through the toughest patterns in the map with that FC intact.
They fought quite valiantly, but it seems that it's gonna be the first break point being given out to United States by Germany. They tried to hold on as best as they could. This is where they crumble. Pez does end up finding a break, but he's done enough. There are recoveries for the side of Germany, but it's far too late at this point. It would have had to be just Tim full comboing for them.
And it would have had to be either the full combo or just holding slightly longer than Pez there in order to keep things even and on the side of Germany overall. A slight bit of extra score for Taquito over Flay as well, so would have needed to be just a little bit more than what Pez was able to get for Tim Kackner, and this might actually be one of those maps where having Kriller would have made the difference, right? Kriller is a very, very good aim player, so this may have been one of those maps where having Kriller would have made the difference for Germany, and just unfortunately not quite able to convert without him there. And so now breakpoint for the United States, the first breakpoint in the match on map number 10, as we get into now the last pick for the United States. A couple of solid picks remaining in the pool for them. The Fremont 3, the Fremont 4, I feel like are calling their name, but the Hard Rock 3 is also open, and potentially a good pick there as well.
Yeah, and as the United States are now on match point, and it's their own pick, they get to now try to close this match immediately after that first break point. Bit crazy. They actually went, what, like 10 picks almost without trading any break points.
Yeah. Yeah, and now United States picking Hard Rock 3. Pez picking Hard Rock 3.
Okay.
Defying the role, apparently. They were choosing between two maps, and, well, I guess Hard Rock 3 was number one, but they just picked it anyway, so here we go. Tech Precision Hard Rock. Map with a lot of slider aim control focus in this pick. It is 150 BPM to start, and then switches BPM to, I believe, 106 about halfway into the map. After
a lot of control with the CS 6.5. So while not maybe a full faithful precision pick, there's still the control aspect in this map. Are we seeing Semi in for the first time?
I would be very surprised to see Semi on what could be the last map of the match to try to take a break point. That said, I don't think he's a bad option for this roster. It's just the pressure and nerves in that situation on a precision map would be insane. So just for the mental aspect, I think it would be weird to see Semi in for this map. All right, waiting on the rest of the roster for Germany. It looks like we have all of them in. Flet, Tim Kackner, and Serbia Trucker in for this one for them. 80 Nuggets, Flamestare, and Taquito in for the United States as Burn Castell, Semi there, swaps out of slot 1. It's actually going to be Pez and not 80 Nuggets. I did see Caleb in the lobby just before that, but not going to be him this time around. Going to be Pez, Flamestare, and Taquito instead. This is a good roster on both of these maps for both of these teams. Let's see how they do. The United States looking to close it out, advance to winners finals to face off against South Korea next weekend and knock Germany down to the losers bracket. Germany fighting for their winners bracket run here, looking to break point to gain access to their own last pick in this match.
It's not over till it's over. We'll see if Germany can still stay alive. As a relatively short pick, this Hard Rock 3, compared to most of the other maps that we've seen. It's 2 minutes and 7 seconds. This map gets into it immediately with the wiggles, and Flay gets caught by the early wiggle. Takedo's trying to break as well, but on better accuracy. They have a lead. For the side of US, and Serbia Trucker breaks as well. It is only Tim Kakner against Pez and Flamesteer. Flamesteer breaks. 1 versus 1. Tim and Pez on the full combos. Takedo on a better recovery than either the other players on the side of Germany. Still up in the air a bit, but 120k already in the lead is the US.
As long as this FC holds for Tim Kakner, there is still comeback potential for Germany. And there goes Tim Kakner.
And there he goes.
Is really rough for Germany. Serbia Trucker has some recovery. Takedo does drop, but there's still the... Oh, never mind. No FC on Pez. Everyone on the US has broken, actually. There is no combo on the side of the US. Can Serbia Trucker hold long enough to bring this back? Can Germany build up some recovery combos? It's a 200,000 score lead going into the second part of this map, the last third here, as the BPM changes to 106. Feels like 212 as you're playing the map here with the 212 BPM jumps and a couple of triples here and there in this section of the map, but mostly just the aim being the difficulty factor here. It's all awkward aim. Another break comes through for Pez. The score lead going down, but I don't think it's going down fast enough right now. Another break from the US is probably necessary if Germany want to break point this. Can they bring it back just at the end of the map? Down to 50k. Takedo, Tim Kakner, and Flay all trade, and I think those trades from those two members... Wait, Flamesteer also breaks! Is there enough on Serbia Trucker? No, he finds the break as well, and that's going to do it. 50k for the US is going to be the margin of victory, and they are going to take that last pick on the Hard Rock 3. As tragedy strikes for Germany multiple times, a break from Tim Kakner right in the middle, that slider break, rough shakes for him, and then same going for Serbia Trucker right at the end, potentially could have brought it back, but just no dice for Germany. Snake eyes for both of those players as the United States comes up with a better result once again for the 7th time in this match, advancing to the winners finals.
Nice attempt by Germany, despite the fact that they were basically missing 2 players for this match. Still held their own against the United States, finding some really good picks, especially on that speed side, but unlucky they ran out of speed picks. And maybe that's when more cracks started to show.
Yeah, and it is unfortunate, but Germany not quite able to make do with the 4 players that they had for this match. I will note the United States, no Bashiman in this entire match either, though no low AR picked. So not entirely out of the realm of possibility that he just wasn't there for those other picks because he was not needed. But unfortunately, Germany not going to be able to make it work with the 4 members they had here in the United States, going to take this one 7-4. So congratulations to them advancing into the top 3. They face off against South Korea next weekend, whereas Germany, they drop down to the losers bracket next week, still guaranteed top 6. And now facing off against the United Kingdom in the losers bracket next weekend. That'll just about do it for us here. Once again, congrats to both teams, mainly to the United States for the win here. Shout out to both of our sponsors, Wooting and Acrid. You all already know Wooting, great keyboard company, makes a ton of rapid trigger keyboards and keypads, some of the best on the market. Check out their site, as well as Acrid's. If you are in the EU, they will ship high quality tablet covers to you for a pretty solid price. So you can check those out as well. And as for those of you who want to directly support the 3-Digit World Cup, you can do so by donating on Open Collective. You get a supporter banner to support your favorite team that you can display on your profile, as well as being able to help out the 3-Digit World Cup with things like original songs and the prize pool. That'll be it for us. Thank you, Nev, for casting this match alongside me. Thank you, Rob, for streaming both of these last two matches. Thank you to Discord for reffing, and thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.